Cross-platform functionality. A lot of you had trouble if you had an Apple. This is not going to be an issue anymore because it's online. Doesn't matter what system you're using. And again, we will be able to capture data through drop-down menus. The challenge is for you, it's new. There's going to be glitches, and there's going to be a learning curve. The other downside is that in the past, we know that many of you have gone to your data, gone to your district, given them your Excel spreadsheet, said, here, give me this data, I have to submit it, and that was the end of it. That will no longer be possible. You can still go to the district and say, here is this Excel spreadsheet, give me this data, but you will need to enter the data student by student.
Right, and you may want to think about paying somebody from your counseling office to do that for you, but it's going to be critically important that you get these things accurate and right, and since probably most of you have better things to do than 10 key input, you could probably just get somebody else to do that. Another, do you have having to do with the deadline at the end?
I'm working on that.
Oh, okay.
On the other hand, the main reason that we made this student by student is that so you can see a full picture of each student. So whomever enters the data, be it you or someone else, you should look at the final data for all of your students because that way you will see a full picture of each student as you enter the data. There are some considerations in doing this. There is a time limit to submit your annual report. 2 months past the due date of the annual report, we're going to lock down the system. So no more going into January and February and say, oh, I couldn't figure out how to do this.
Yeah, well, it also, the fact of the matter is that what's ended up happening, we've had several schools that have gone beyond that point, and it's really difficult for us to get money out and to do a wide variety of other things if the data doesn't come in anyways. And so what it does is it kind of puts your program under scrutiny. Actually, it doesn't kind of put your program under scrutiny. It makes me pull up all your paperwork because I've had to write so many notes and hound you so many times and have had to listen to our support staff do the same thing, that it basically brings on an audit, much as it would do to you if you were that late with your taxes. So I'd strongly suggest against it. If that's something that you're looking forward to, that would be okay. But it hasn't done really any good things for the people that it's happened to in the past. We all have skeletons in our closet. They all come to light rather rapidly when your reports are really late like that.
That was a thinly veiled
threat. I know it sounds like a threat, so take it that way if you want to. But it really is kind of aggravating to have to wait that long when basically the whole purpose of this is to get some money to you, right? So get your reports in on time.
There will be a time limit per screen of 45 minutes, so you're going to want to make sure that if you're doing this, you don't get up and go to a staff meeting or go out for dinner, because when you come back, all the data that you entered is going to be gone. There is a save button at the bottom of the screen, so you can do that also, but I'm not real sure if it saves all the data, the screen you're on. It saves everything prior to the screen you're on. So
if you don't have that screen completed?
Yeah, so if it's not completed and you don't save and move forward, I'm not sure that it saves it. We've been talking about that with our technology division. I don't think it's something that's easily fixed. So those of you that try it out, let us know, okay?
This gentleman over here has a question.
Yes.
I can't hear you.
No, each student is one screen.
So if you stop and walk away from it for 45 minutes, then you'll lose it. So you won't want to do that.
Yeah. Yes.
So each screen is per student, so if you're missing data, you go to that student.
I don't think it will let you move to, excuse me, to another student if you're missing data. That's why I said you might want to get all of your data together before you start to enter data. Again, we only entered data in trying it out from annual reports that already exist, and all the data was there. So I didn't try to move forward without entering data, but it is real specific. You need this or you can't move forward. Okay.
Are we going to take questions on this?
Can we move forward here? You know, we're going to have some time for you all to work on things, and at that point you can come up and ask questions, but it's going to, we want to get you out of here somewhere around 10:15. Use buttons at the bottom of the screen to save and move forward or backward. If you try to go with the top arrows back and forth, you're going to lose data, and that is going to mess up your whole experience. So just use the bottom buttons. You submit your annual report via web, and you have to print it out with the face page, the signature page, and give it to your superintendent. A lot of times, superintendents have not seen your annual report, and if they've only signed off on it, or someone at the district office has signed off, it's important that your superintendent see your annual report.
So they can be held accountable. Because they will be held accountable anyways, right?
Yeah. Okay, this is the part where you get to fill out a 3x5 card and tell us what kind of reports you would want, what questions you have. Just feedback to us on this web reporting system. Would each table send somebody up to come get some cards?